Merry meet everyone and welcome back to My Pagan Life once again. I swear, it feels like I always have bags under my eyes. But anyway guys, today we're going to talk about meditation and how I personally meditate. Okay, so one thing's for sure, and it may not be obvious to you, but it's definitely obvious to me. I don't meditate often. It's not a regular practice that I partake in or that I do. Not only that, but it took me some time to figure out how meditation would work for me because honestly, in the beginning, meditation just didn't resonate with me. It didn't make sense and it just didn't help me achieve anything. And I think that's where a lot of people have problems or where a lot of people so-called fail because meditation is a very moldable practice, but it should be done with purpose, and if not done with purpose, well, then it's sort of useless in my opinion. And that's the beauty of meditation as well. You can use it for whatever purpose and you can do it in whatever way you wish. But the most important thing is that you have a set intention and that you find the way to do it for you, the perfect way that suits you. If not, meditation most likely is not going to work for you. And again guys, there are two components when it comes to meditation, and it's the best two tips I can give anyone who wants to try meditation. It's one, meditation needs to be with a purpose. That purpose can be relaxation, it can be motivation, it can be inspiration, it can be a lot of different things, but it needs to be something. And the second thing is that it doesn't matter what other people tell you, how other people tell you to do it, because if you don't find your way to meditate, if you don't find the way that suits you, then it is never going to benefit you. Beyond these two things, there aren't many other specific things to talk about regarding meditation as a practice, because it is very personal, it is very moldable, and only you can decide what it is for you. So allow me to give you some tips on how you can get started with meditation or how you can improve your meditation technique so that it suits your needs. And in order to do that, I'm going to demonstrate how I prefer to meditate. So what are we waiting for? Let's get to it. Time to get comfortable. First step to learning how to meditate efficiently is to find out what position you're supposed to be in. Finding a position you prefer is a crucial first step to meditating. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that position can literally be anything. After experimenting with meditation for a while, I figured out that my favorite meditation position was actually just lying down. If I'm meditating right before bed, I just lie on my pillows. If I try meditating as a separate practice, like in the middle of the day, I will most likely lie completely straight. And by completely straight, I mean that my legs are entirely straight and that I don't have pillows under my head so that my head is aligned with the rest of my body. The reason why I do this is because when my body is straight, I feel like my energy can more easily surge and flow throughout my body in one singular motion. In some situations, I may want to put a pillow underneath my kneecaps or my knees, or sometimes I may have the pillow underneath my neck. This is also a way to help the body be more straight or to be more aligned. Now I've talked a lot about the lying position, but there are multiple other ways to meditate, obviously. By the way, sorry guys if you hear any sounds in the background, that is the rain. Probably the most known position for meditation is sitting up straight with your legs crossed. This is a perfect meditation position for those of you who can manage it and who don't feel restrained when doing it. My problem with this position is that keeping my back straight and keeping my legs crossed at the same time, my legs just fall asleep and I just can't get comfortable. And honestly, I'm the type of person who mostly uses meditation for relaxation, and I just can't relax in that position. It's just impossible for me. You can also meditate while walking, running, standing up. Basically any position you can think of. Remember guys, there is also another fundamental thing about meditation that I probably should have mentioned at the beginning, but I'm mentioning it right now all the same. One of the main purposes of meditation is also to alter your state of mind. If you don't alter your state of mind in some way, it's going to be hard to use meditation to focus on something else. That's why it doesn't matter how you sit or how long you sit or how you do it in general, because if you can't alter that state of mind and focus your intention on the thing that you want to achieve, then it's just useless. That's why it's also possible to be in intense physical activity and still be meditating, because meditation isn't only about sitting still and closing your eyes and sitting there for 30 minutes and just doing nothing. Speaking of how long you need to sit and meditate, you can sit for as long as you want. It can be 1 minute, it can be 5 minutes, it can be 10 minutes, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, it doesn't matter. Meditation can be a good way to work on your attention span, but start off slow. You don't need to be meditating for 30 minutes the first time you meditate. In the beginning, you need to experiment and find out what works for you. And spending 30 minutes of your time every time in the beginning doing that is going to be a waste of time, because you haven't figured out what works for you yet, and every time you're trying to figure that out, you're spending 30 minutes. And time is a resource you can't afford to throw away. So think efficiently and effectively. Figure out what works for you. And then you can proceed to meditate longer, because when you have found your way of meditating, you can afford to spend a lot of time on that. Is there anything else I need to say? Yes, there is actually one more thing I can mention, and that is how you're supposed to keep your arms and your eyes closed. When it comes to the arms, it really depends on which position you're in. If you're running, you may want to keep your arms like this, or if you're walking, you may just want to keep them relaxed. If you're sitting down, I would personally prefer to keep my arms straight and just have them on my lap. Granted, I don't sit a lot during meditation, so I don't have a lot to say about that, but yeah. You can, of course, also keep this, this kind of hand gesture or whatever, but I can't really relate to that personally. For lying down, like I'm doing now, I would either just put the hand on my lap, or I would keep it to the side. I personally prefer to close my eyes, because meditation is just like with magic and witchcraft and all of this. When you have an intention and you want to focus it on something, it's important not to get distracted. And I can't speak for everyone, but I know by myself that when I close my eyes, I don't have to focus on everything around me, I don't have to focus on everything I see, I can just be in my own mind. Finding a state and frame of mind, a place in your own head where you can properly focus. Now, when all is said and done, what is left for you to do now is to find the position you prefer, whether it is to be in motion or to be inactive, whether it is to sit or to lie down. The last step is to keep it this way. But the thing about meditation is that meditation doesn't really work efficiently if you are tense. Don't worry, nobody is perfect. You don't have to lie like this, like a stick, and not move. In fact, when meditating, you have to detense your entire body. Detense your shoulder muscles, detense your neck muscles, detense your legs and arms and abdomen and everything you can possibly think of. Many scenarios in which you're probably going to meditate, you're going to need to relax. And that is one of the most crucial things. And this can be surprisingly difficult in the beginning. I sometimes struggle with it too, like even now. The one thing I find the most difficult when it comes to detensing my muscles is actually my eyelids. Try to let go, try to detense. You just have to put your mind to it and relax. And when you do this and find your perfect state of mind and body, this is when you can start focusing even more on your intention and trying to maintain this position. So yeah, guys, that's really all I have to say about meditation. Now you've hopefully gotten a little bit more insight into what meditation is about, how you can use meditation, how to meditate, and now you know a little bit more about how I personally meditate. If you have any questions about meditation, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. Make sure to like and comment if you liked this video and if there's anything else you want to tell me. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and blessed be from My Pagan Life once again.